Hi, welcome to this platform for Sensor Academy, either the YouTube channel, the TikTok account, or the Facebook page. In today's brief exam preparation or tutorial, we're going to consider civic education using a 2021 internal November exam. And our topic at hand and under discussion is going to be a constitution. So these are questions that are highly brought in section B, where we're going to provide one word answers. So this was question one, and usually it's going to reference the basics of a constitution. And it says, with reference to the Zambian constitution, answer the questions below. A. Explain the concept constitution. So what it is that a constitution is going to be a set of rules, principles, and regulations that are written down and stipulates on how a country is supposed to be governed. So this so much means a constitution is usually a document that is written down where each and every law, rules, regulations, as well as principles that should govern a country and how citizens are supposed to be governed is stipulated, explained, and expressed properly. So on A, it has, that is a 2 marks. So we're going to say a constitution. A constitution is a set of rules, principles, and regulations that is written down, guiding how a country is governed. So we can say a constitution is a set of rules, principles, and regulations, rather laws that are, or we can say that is, since we're saying a constitution that is written down, guiding how a country is governed. Then B, identify the forms of constitution. A constitution has basically two forms. It's either it is easier to amend or it requires two-thirds of the members of parliament in order to amend. Thereby, a constitution is either flexible or rigid. So on the forms, we're going to say flexible. Then the other one, we're going to say rigid. Moving on. C. Why did Zambia inherit the Northern Rhodesia self-government constitution of 1963? So before independence, just right on the verge of Zambia being independent, it had to inherit the Northern Rhodesia self-government constitution of 1963. This was containing how best the white settlers were supposed to be treated thereafter, but necessarily the Northern Rhodesia self-government was inherited for Zambia to allow or to being allowed to form its own constitution later afterwards. So this was to allow Zambia to formulate its own constitution. And this is the reason why it had inherited self-government constitution, so as to allow Zambia to make its own constitution, also favoring the white settlers at the time. Then D, which Constitution Review Commission limited the enjoyment of rights and freedoms of individuals? So we've got the Constitution Review Commission of 1972, which was the Chona Constitution Review Commission that centered a one-party state government. We also have the 1991 Patrick Mvunga Commission, which centered on the introduction of democracy. Then we have the 1996 Monakatwe Constitution Review Commission, which centered the introduction of Zambia as a Christian nation. We also have, that is the last one, the Mongomba Constitution Review Commission of 2005. So, which Constitution Review Commission limited the enjoyment of rights and freedoms of individuals? So, we're going to say the Chona Constitution, the Chona Constitution Review Commission. So, the Chona Constitution Review Commission. So, then, why are checks and balances important in relation to a constitution? So, checks and balances are important in relation to a constitution, and this is because checks and balances, such as positive critics that are placed towards a current government, helps the government to be transparent on some projects and other things where maybe money is centered to go for. So checks and balances are important because they promote accountability. The government can be held responsible for certain actions that can happen maybe carelessly or maybe unintentionally, in as much as it concerns the lives of the citizens. And also, it promotes transparency in terms of the funds and other things such as job employment, etc. So they promote they promote transparency and accountability. They promote transparency and accountability. Then lastly, why is the constitution said to be a foundation of democracy? So here the question is similar. Why checks and balances important in relation to a constitution? We can also say to prevent a government from having too much power. So why is the constitution said to be a foundation of democracy? So a constitution is said to be a foundation of democracy because it promotes, that is, the rule of law. Whereas so long as a democracy has, that is, a proper governance where people are ruled with their consent, it so much means the constitution will be respected, especially a part of the constitution which contains human rights and freedoms. So the constitution is the foundation of democracy, and this is because it promotes the rule of law. It promotes the rule of law. And having done that, it simply means we've answered the questions as expected. Make sure that you register for online lessons, which are just 100 kwacha per subject, paid monthly. WhatsApp us on 0965 51 Reach out and experience a positive academic transformation. This has been your tutor, Mr. Sensor from Sensor Academy School of Tuitions. Make sure that if it is the first time on this particular YouTube channel, consider subscribing, share the video, tag others that may find this same video very much beneficial. Till in the next tutorial, for now, it's a very goodbye. Stay focused.